And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment. With me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for tonight's episode of DC Superman and Lois, Season 3, Episode 2. Now, big spoilers ahead, so if you have not seen this episode, come back later and we can discuss it. So, first off, I want to congratulate the director of this episode, Elizabeth Henshaw. Probably butchered that, I apologize. If you don't know who she is, she's our very favorite actress of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., if any of those who watch Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., aka Gemma Simmons herself. Anyway, she directed this episode, so kudos to her because she did a really good job with this episode. Okay, so this whole episode starts off with literally Lois Lane going back to the doctor's office to get some unfortunate news is the fact that she has cancer. Now, obviously, when you first watch the episode, you first see her emotions and her face literally going from one color to another. You can clearly tell just from that scene without even having anything mentioned the fact that, yeah, she's dying of cancer. It's breast cancer, but she has it. And it's unfortunate and it sucks, when you have people who actually deal with that in real life and, or family members. It could be a very heavy toll for them to deal with the other family members or anyone close to them. So, we got to deal with that with our very own Lois Lane, which is like heartbreaking because this is a moment where we get to see Lois really break down, and also the fact that Superman cannot do anything about it. He can't be Superman and save her because there's no way to save her. There's nothing he can do. So he's going to be very vulnerable at this point. So all that stuff really worked in tonight's episode. I thought that stuff really worked. We got more information about the bad guy and apparently going after certain people. One person was in jail from last week's episode who got out, got powers, got killed by this mysterious woman in a swirly mask. Kind of reminded me of the character from the anime Naruto with the curly swirly mask on. But she has some kind of psychic power or something sonic that makes it look like they can get shot and no bullets can be shown. So that's interesting. We got to see Mannheim for the first time. Big African-American actor. Don't know the actor's name. He looks very intimidating. Badass. So I thought that was pretty cool. He had a pretty interesting, conversation with Superman. So that was interesting. He's somehow behind this because we saw him in a lab with a bunch of other people experimenting on another person. And then we find out that the mysterious woman found out that there's another John in this timeline, or in this Earth, sorry. And yeah, she has no idea what the heck is going on. Apparently she doesn't know about the next Earth. So there's that. Who this woman is, no idea. I can't figure it out. My only guess is maybe it's another Lois Lane. I don't know. I do feel like Lois Lane will die in this season, only to come back and get powers. So that's just my guess. I'm starting to feel like there's a pattern going on where, somebody from their past comes back with powers after they've been either arrested or been killed. And somebody, Mannheim is experimenting with these people. Why? We have no idea. But that's just a guess. We got to see the kids hang out at a party, so that was pretty interesting. So there's that. And of course, them being just teenagers, things don't go exactly as according to plan. Things happen. Bullies, drinking, all that high school stuff. And I thought that was pretty interesting as well. Of course, the boys found out about their mom at the end of the episode, and it was a very emotional moment. Kind of reminds of what, people go through in real life if they actually have to go through that in real life. So, yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Yeah, poor Lois. Lois is one of the strongest DC characters out there. I mean, she makes Superman who he is. I mean, without, I always like to say, I always hate to say the fact that the Flash tries to copy, Lois Lane with Iris. There's no comparison. Iris is not Lois, where they, that she needs to use cheesy lines to inspire Barry, Same thing with Lois. Lois does not need to do anything but just be herself and be the person that Superman falls in love with to be, so he can be Superman, But that's why, she's the best. You can't mess with Lois Lane. She's very good at her job. She knows what to do when she's in certain situations. She knows how to get herself into trouble a lot and out of trouble, so that's interesting. So there's that. But yeah, I just hope nothing happens to Lois because we need her. She's the rock of Superman and Lois. Obviously, she is Superman's yin to his yang in a way without mentioning Lex. I'm pretty sure he's gonna show up in this show eventually. But yeah. Let's pull for Lois Lane and hopefully she makes it to the end of the season because yeah, that would be very interesting to see what happens when Lois goes bye-bye if that actually does happen. What will happen to Superman's psyche or Clark's psyche? Because, without Lois, what would he do? Would he go evil? Would he give up being Superman, just raise the boys? Anything is possible, but until then, we have to wait and pray that Lois Lane's okay and makes it out through the season. So, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode, because I thought it was a very, very good episode. Still a lot of mysteries to be solved about who's this mysterious woman with these weird psychic powers, and what his Mannheim's main goal is. Maybe he's trying to resurrect Lex Luthor, give him powers, or test people to give them powers to see if it works so they can give it to Lex. Who knows? Anything is possible. We just have to see what happens moving forward with the rest of the season. But until then, leave a comment below. Let me know. Thank you very much, and have a good night.